faced her own public situation when she was arrested for shoplifting last month in December 2024. Caught stealing items from a Target store in Long Island.
Call, she was stealing lean? She needed lean?
Son,
She was stealing cough syrup?
son, stop playing, son.
The title of this video is ex-NYPD Chief's team officer arrested for shoplifting while raking in $55K in overtime. That's what's up. And then still stealing?
It's not what's up, man. It's terrible, man. How you making that kind of money? You shoplifting out of Target?
I'm saying, but it's New York. Everybody shoplift. They don't lock up shoplifters. As long as you don't steal under $1,000, it's not really a crime. It's
Who
like
knows what
it's like jaywalking. Do you jaywalk? Are you gonna cross at every corner?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta steal. All right, here we go.
The NYPD spent nearly $1.1 billion on overtime in the 2024 fiscal year, which shows the department spent $141 million more than 2023.
Damn.
I mean, it's mind-boggling. I've never seen anything like it. There's checks and balances to prevent
Got some
this.
old ass cabinets in the back.
It just seems like a free-for-all.
We have another officer to talk about. We're diving back into the NYPD corruption. In this story, it just dives into how dysfunctional everything is. Obviously, we talked about some of the officers under
Who the brother, man? What's his name?
All right, shout out Hannibal is hungry. Oh, okay.
Hannibal is, yeah.
Jeffrey Madry's circle, trading booty for overtime. But now we have this officer, Sergeant Raina Maddow, another officer
She got India in her family.
that served under the big J himself, Jeffrey Madry. This officer has been taking tons of overtime while dragging behind her a mountain of lawsuits totaling $161,000 in settlements. So we're going to dive into the...
So she got a bunch of lawsuits, and then she got 50 G's.
Nah,
she getting 50 G's extra a year in overtime, and then she be stealing sometimes. She be boosting.
Thank you for breaking that down.
She sound like a hustler. She sound like a hustler. Since we get money, yo. She that's what 4 streams of income.
outrageous details of the lawsuits
Some of them is for other people too.
against this sergeant, an absolute ridiculous amount of overtime that she pulled in last year. When someone of the highest ranks messes up this badly, it makes you wonder, how deep does this corruption go? Let's get into it. We talked about Jeffrey Madry's case.
Remember,
a few
dude.
Oh yeah.
That's the dude was tricking out the.
He had the girl
lady.
busting it open.
For overtime.
For overtime.
Yeah, but she had like 400,000.
Yeah, she had 3 years worth of overtime.
God damn, right. And then
she-
told on him.
And then told on him and just said he made her do it.
Right.
Right.
He
videos
exploited.
on his channel.
What's that thing on the back of his neck? He got a pack of Franks.
Yeah,
It highlights how poor oversight allows bad behavior to fester. Internal Affairs completely dropped the ball here. And the problem is, Madry's mess isn't the end of it. We have
That's the one he was doing it to?
I think so.
Sergeant Raina Maddow, and her own
She ain't bad
story
looking.
takes the disaster to a whole new level. Sergeant Raina Maddow, another NYPD officer originally hailing from Long Island, has managed to make headlines for all the wrong reasons. Faced her own public situation when she was arrested for shoplifting last month in December 2024. Caught stealing items from a Target store in Long Island.
Cough? She was stealing lean? She needed lean?
Son,
She was stealing cough syrup?
son, stop playing, son.
I'm just saying.
Yo, if you making $200,000, man, overtime.
Some syrup, you can't. They only let you buy but so many jars of it. I'm not
So
saying how. I don't know that. I'm just. You can only buy but a certain amount. It's like Sudafed. You can't just. It doesn't matter how much money you make. You can only buy so much.
This is uncalled for.
How else is she supposed to get 9 bottles of cough syrup? She trying to turn up.
Bring
tonight.
9 people with you.
Come on, man. Then she got to pay for them. No.
Come on,
What's
man.
wrong with you, stupido?
Madow's actions completely shocked a lot of people, considering her position as an officer tasked with upholding the law and the fact that she makes a lot of money. She was charged with petty larceny and suspended without pay.
Let me say, she did not respond to requests for comment, but her arraignment is scheduled for December 27th in Hempstead, where she is expected to plead guilty or not guilty. She has been suspended without pay, according to a spokesman for New York Police Department.
It's not worth it, son.
Following
Can't
the
buy
incident. This is someone that made over $200,000 last year, a staggering $55,000 coming from overtime alone.
Because it's also very expensive to live in New York, so that's not the same.
Respect. Theft is theft. You stealing, you stealing.
It's cough syrup though.
I don't care what it is, man. This lady, she's in a position where she gotta be an upstanding citizen, man. If nothing else, she a police officer.
Yeah, but you can't call the police on her because she already the police.
Yeah, she's out there swiping items at Target like she's some kind of desperate, broke college kid.
I'm broke as a joke.
Honestly, if she just needed those items so badly, sure she could have just asked Jeffrey Madry. I'm sure he would have found a way to slide them into her overtime perks. With all this cash rolling in, you'd think that she can afford her own shopping spree without resorting to being a thief. But no, this officer decided to add shoplifting charge to an already questionable legacy. a legacy that cost the city over $161,000 in lawsuit settlements. It's actually incredible when you think about it.
That's the other streams of incomes for other people. So she's spreading the wealth.
So Maddow's arrest is just only the tip of the iceberg. Over the years, she has been named in multiple lawsuits, resulting in settlements totaling over $100,000.
Like what would she be
Let's break
doing?
down these cases
Probably
in
busting
detail.
somebody's
So the
head.
first one
think
was
she
unlawful
wrecked the
detainment
car?
and strip search. In one particularly disturbing case, Maldo
She did what?
Description: on August 15, 2016, approximately 4 p.m., the plaintiff was lawfully present near the Kings County Criminal Courthouse in Brooklyn, New York, where NYPD officers unlawfully stopped, searched, arrested, and handcuffed plaintiff without probable cause. The arrest stemmed from fabricated allegations relating to a prior incident on January 9th, 2015, where officers falsely claimed the plaintiff had sold a controlled substance to an individual. There was no physical or video evidence supporting this accusation, and the paperwork regarding the individual's arrest did not mention the plaintiff. Following the arrest, the plaintiff was detained for approximately 20 hours before being arraigned on false charges of control. Okay, well,
Damn, so you got a lawsuit.
she been in the law.
She
She put something on you.
She falsely
I
locked
seen them.
somebody
I
up.
got.
unlawfully detained a man and subjected to a strip search without probable cause. The victim described
They ain't put that part in there.
the ordeal as embarrassing and cruel.
So she just ran up. She just wanted to see somebody's body.
Right, just put her fingers in his ass. Or
She's
something
like, all right, go ahead,
You
go
got
ahead,
some
you good.
drugs on you.
Leading to a $30,000 settlement. The incident raised some serious concern about the abuse of power and the lack of procedural safeguards. So another case was a false marijuana possession charge. This case involved a young man who was falsely charged with marijuana possession during a routine traffic stop. Mado's actions led to his wrongful arrest and a tarnished reputation. The lawsuit ended in an $80,000 payout, the largest settlement linked to her misconduct, reflecting how severe the damages were inflicted. Another case, wrongful arrest outside a suspect's home. Another lawsuit stemmed from an incident where Mado arrested a man on his own property without sufficient evidence. Witnesses reported her aggressive behavior during the arrest. This led to a $7,500 settlement, adding to her growing list of questionable police actions. She's acting like she's the lead actor in The Shield? What is she doing?
So she costing the city money.
Right.
We ain't even talking about the overtime and none of that.
Right. She
Her
just
salary,
just her extra, just
the
her-
extra curricular.
Yeah, her messing up every time she
Now on top of all that, she's still in cough syrup.
right. The cough syrup. Listen, try to separate the cough syrup.
How?
Because I'm telling you, the cough syrup is not about thievery. It's because she couldn't get the volume
Son,
she
stop
needed.
saying that. Son. It is. She stole it, son.
She couldn't get the volume of cough syrup.
Or
coulda took a trip
she
to
was going
Mexico.
through the scanner and didn't scan it like blip,
It
blip,
was an accident.
and didn't.
It was an accident.
Yeah, 5 of them.
All right. Let's look more closely. Maybe there's more to it, son.
Do you have any idea what you've done to me?
I've done worse.
We have another one. Unlawful entry and assault. Involved Maldo unlawfully entering a residence and allegedly assaulting one of the occupants. This brazen violation of rights resulted into an $18,500 payout, further highlighting her reckless behavior and her complete disregard for proper protocol.
She
These
did that
lawsuits
herself with
paint a
In her own hands, she put.
really troubling picture for Raydell Mado's career, marked by the pattern of misconduct, abuse of authority, and negligence. Mado's actions almost makes it feel like she is in the movie Training Day. She's rolling up on people, flexing her badge, breaking into homes like she's running her own renegade Justice League.
To protect the sheep, you gotta catch the wolf.
Each lawsuit tells a wild story: humiliating strip searches, excessive force, wrongful arrest, you name it, she's done it. And all of this while happening while the NYPD's oversight mechanisms is basically just falling asleep on the job. It's not just about individual accountability. This level of unchecked behavior exposes a department failing to keep its officers in line. Excessive force during arrest, another payout stemming from here and there. This is a
That is the walk of shame you just saw right there.
Well, when you got to walk off after
Yeah,
you
you
made
walk
some
off,
announcement
yeah.
about what you did wrong. And
Yeah, he borderline just want to just
right.
bring his head low and just
Shame my family,
damn it.
and I will move on. And
So sorry.
a problem. Mado's police record also has her receiving several awards for her service. The mix of rewards and bad behavior makes it hard to judge her career and raises some serious questions about how officers are promoted in the NYPD. One of her awards, believe it or not, was for exemplary attention to detail, which is ironic
Chunky.
given her arrest for not paying attention to targets priced
you said she thick.
She chunky.
tags. Another award was for outstanding teamwork, a very curious choice considering the teamwork it must take to juggle multiple lawsuits. Perhaps the most laughable was an award for community engagement, which based on her track record seems more about engaging the community in lawsuits and settlements, breaking into people's homes, arresting people unlawfully.
Right, that's how you engage. You know what I'm saying? Just digging in.
It's almost as if they're handing out awards just to balance out the complaints and lawsuits. Maybe Jeffrey Madry was giving her all the awards for other services, allegedly. The scandals involving Madry.
He got a lot of extra back neck meat. It looked like he got another face on the back of his head.
The back of his neck like a dirt bike trail.
That shit like another face.
Got a lot going on back there. But leave the brother alone, man. Hey, don't leave him
around in circles.
And Randall are not just isolated incidents. This is systemic issues happening within the NYPD. Both cases are pointing to a culture that is able to enable this misconduct, lack of accountability, and uneven standards for addressing complaints. Despite Mado's multiple lawsuits and complaints, she's continued to rack up overtime, earning over $55,000 in extra pay last year alone. You know, seriously, was no one else available to work these shifts? Or was Madry actively shielding her, ensuring that bad cops...
So, yo, let me ask you this. So, she at the Target, she at the register, right? Right. Well, let's say she cuffed the joint. Security guard run down on her. I don't think she got a uniform on. She probably got on street clothes like we got on right now. She probably explained like, yo, check this out, man. I'm a police officer, man, NY finest. Hey, we don't hear that shit. You stealing, man. You got $100, $150 worth of cough syrup in your dip. You going to jail tonight.
Overlook it. She should have a badge on or something.
Gotta be
it could have been an investigation.
That's got to be embarrassing.
Yeah, it's got to be the worst. The absolute worst.
No, it can't be the worst. And she could have shot her way out of Target. She could have had a shootout with security.
He shot her way out. With a service weapon? Jesus Christ. We didn't even... get to the shoplifting yet. He just running down her record.
Right.
I want to see the actual circumstances.
Right.
Of the, what you doing out here stealing?
Right. She had a baby carriage. She had all.
Maybe it's a good reason, son. Maybe she had to free her family. You know.
Thrive under his watch as long as they give him what he wants. Again, allegedly. It's hard to ignore how her questionable actions kept getting swept under the rug while she just kept raking in all that cash. This is a bigger problem with accountability mechanisms that fail to address the misconduct before it spirals out of control. So the NYPD needs to get its act together and fast. So you can't fix systemic corruption with band-aids. It's time to address some of this and have some serious house cleaning. So here's what they're actually trying to do to stop this madness. So number one is overtime compliance officers. So each borough now has a designated officers to monitor overtime and ensure that no one's scamming the system. So basically, you can call them hall monitors for the payroll. Number two, monthly overtime reports. The NYPD is making every borough produce monthly overtime reports. This means no more sneaky shifts or unexplained payouts, well, at least on paper. Then number three, overtime limits. To keep things in check, each borough now has monthly overtime limits based on actual job responsibilities. No more wild overtime payouts for questionable duties. So good thing Jeffrey Madry decided to quit.
Niggas about to start quitting that shit.
Right, because I'm telling you, trust and believe. It's plenty of them was getting overtime.
Right, yeah.
$1 billion in overtime.
This motherfuckers only keep the job off the strength of that.
Right.
I'm telling you, New York is very expensive to live in. They like, man, I need all this.
Yeah, we know. Shout out to Rainbow.
Shout out Rainbow. Yeah, that's what's up.
Because I guess that means the jig would be up. These steps might be a start, but will they actually work? Let's be honest. Compliance officers...
Come on, man. How they catch us stealing?
Reports sound great on paper.
I don't think you're going to give me
What's
that.
stopping the same old people from finding loopholes? Monthly limits? Sure, but limits only work if someone is paying attention.
His voice don't match his face.
No.
No, not at all.
I don't think he's going to show the arrest or tell us exactly how she got bagged.
I don't think so.
For their action...
He giving his dissertation.
And a genuine commitment.
Right.
All right, enough, man. All right, I'll try to find it later for y'all and put it into the.
Put it up, man.
Yeah. Put it in the mix. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. So.
Mic check.
1, 2.
This is boom 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 boom. Boom 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 How wow. Someone to count on in a world ever changing. Here I am, where you're standing. What you need is a lover, someone to take over. Oh baby, don't look any further. But Dale, bumper T-I-O. Oh baby, don't look any further.